button. Hello.
Hello.
I hope we are audible.
Yeah, check your and our audio.
Yes, we are audible. We're not sponsored by Audible. You can just hear us.
Oh, hi.
We are Audible. Yes, I am the CEO of Audible. I wish. Imagine being Jeff Bezos and not an asshole. That would be the dream.
Money changes you. I don't think that's possible.
I mean, that true, but also there is the Jeff Bezos, Bill Gates gap. Like, you're allowed to exist anywhere on that spectrum, at least.
I mean, Bill Gates is more of a dick than he appears to be.
Yeah, I know, but he's less of a dick than Bezos, is my point. That's the spectrum that you're allowed to exist on. If you are that rich. Anyway, let's leave the social commentary to the game, shall we?
Did you know that Bill and Melinda Gates got divorced?
No. That's
Did you know?
Interesting.
Did you know that games and stories are usually signs of political problems in their current time?
Yes.
I'm
currently playing Persona 4, and the contemporary criticism is screaming at my face.
I thought Persona 4 is only mad at the weather.
Oh, I think I'm double playing the No, I'm not. I'm not double playing anything.
By the way, Eddie, are you already logged in? Because we don't see.
No.
Oh.
I don't see your player on the thingy.
Sona, click it.
Clicky clicky.
Do the thing. Anyway, because Melva is it's illegal for Melva to speak. For the most part. Someone else has to do the recap. Does anyone remember what we did 1.5 months ago?
Melva says my voice is a criminal, and technically can do the recap through me. It was detained.
True. Melva could do the recap through you. That is correct.
I am his voice today.
That's how it works.
Just depends on how fast he wants to write.
I could also turn on my mic, but
no, you're not allowed to talk. Go back to detention.
But I want to hurt.
Yeah, I want to feel something.
You can hurt yourself in other ways. We want to hear you actually be quite fine again.
Yes, that would be great.
Hold on. Did I not take any new notes on NPCs from Lemon Dragon 2?
I don't know.
I
don't know.
I don't know what you
I
did.
think I know why I opened this before I opened it, because oh my god. Okay, all right. It's because of Shadow Seeker. That's why I had it open again.
That is who happened last time.
Last time we went to the other planet.
Yes.
To the other dimension. It's
Due
the same
to
planet, but the other dimension.
the actions of the previous party, this planet currently exists twice, which is not a geopolitical problem for both planets at all.
Well, technically, one of the former party at least tries to maintain geopolitical problem.
We brought the past future into the main timeline.
He tries very hard indeed.
So, all right. So this whole thing, I feel like I need to duplicate it and change everything because, all right, I have all of the characters that we met in the past, in the last campaign, marked as alive, current location, Illumhyr City, -4000, current timeline, past future. But now they're all main timeline alive in in alternate Illumhyr city?
I
But
would
would
also
the-
like to point out that you created the ship of Theseus.
That's
Wait,
okay.
hold on.
If you start terms type so difficult, yeah.
I'm so difficult.
You're
Oh, I'm
literally
sorry.
living
There
in the
are
ship
some
of
people-
Theseus.
But
There are
technically, if you
some-
voted that way, you voted formally. That still applies
think you
because
mean the ship of
it's a different dimension thingy. Like
I
it
think you
explains
mean-
well that it's the other dimension.
I think you mean the ship of Katsumi,
Yes.
which is called the Jinshen.
Yeah.
And
That is true.
Jinshen minus 4,000 is now no longer minus 4,000.
Among other things, yes. But the thing is, the real question: which of the planets is the real planet? And it gets even more fun because one of them is the actual planet with continuity, and the other is technically just a full replica.
Yeah.
Just
It's transporter.
Just
bullshit.
with like world's best 3D printer that can print souls.
Okay, when do we fight Shadow Lord? Who's Shadow Lord?
Yes, Melva's equating it to Nier.
Ah, okay. Near replicant. Ah, okay.
I want to just make sure here that I didn't copy Nier Replicant on purpose. You copied Nier Replicant by accident.
I didn't do anything. I was just along for the fight.
I
maybe
didn't
eat
do
some shit.
anything other than decide to make a sequel to the previous campaign.
My character was too stupid to figure any of these things out, so I'm not at fault. And my current character is also too stupid to figure anything out, so I'm again not at fault if anything happens.
I've taken a single note from the last session. Great.
Invaders Homeland Reclamation Initiative.
I should probably put this stream in my own Discord. Hold up.
So, okay, so
The last time we met,
Last time
we
on-
met six Shadow thingy, Shadow Seeker,
yes,
and then they told us to go here.
they told us to hold on. Yeah, they said that they could do something about what? They said that they could correct me from being a time bomb. And they said
Yes.
that they could figure out what 7th season is up to easier, or maybe stop 7th season. I forget what what the whole plan was, but it was something to do with 7th season that they wanted to do from this end, and invited us to cross the plane barrier, get on a plane shift machine, and pop over to 4,000 years ago. When things were less bad.
Was they less bad?
I mean, less need for back alley doctors, I think.
But weren't they just different bad?
They were different bad. Less need for back alley doctors, more need for freedom fighters to protect insect races.
Yes. Yes.
Unsundered. Yes.
Yes. More.
We've gone to Elpis.
More, yes.
Ah. Careful face, not an endwalker here.
Oh. For the
If you
audience.
hadn't mentioned that,
Uh,
those people who wouldn't know what unsundered even meant.
True.
For those who are watching, which is I don't know how many people right now. What?
I don't know. Are
Is it
you watching? It's probably 0.
I am watching. Corey is reading messages from
Yes.
Melba, and so
Now, if
some
you
of
want
the
the messages you write to appear in the VOD, type them in Foundry. Because that's the only chat that will survive YouTube.
Well, technically, I'm just talking to myself. I think that's a better explanation. We're just having 2 Corys today. I will keep my comments to a minimum here then. But I will share them here. Oh, I like the private ones that only I could see. I and
I mean, you can still write private comments in the other chat, but if you want something to be on stream, that's the chat that people on YouTube can see. That's the
also,
one.
if you want something to not be read out, tell in VG thing.
Yeah.
Hokum Bokum.
What the fuck?
Why did you upload Bernd?
Yeah, why did you upload Bert das Brot?
Don't get distracted.
Mist. He is such a funny character.
Yeah. I still think that's a really good thing that just if kids should go to bed, they just have this character who's kind of depressed
Yeah.
for hours on end.
There's a story about how they accidentally almost made him a Nazi bread, then realized like a week before the first episode with him in it aired, and reworked the entire character in a fit of panic. They like really genuinely almost made that a Nazi bread.
Yeah. Depressed Brad tells children to go to bed from 9 p.m. to 6 a.m. That's
Yeah,
Germany.
Now he's just a middle-aged, grumpy man and a bread.
He's not depressed. I'm pretty sure he's depressed.
Probably. I don't know. I don't remember him well.
Did we kill Seth?
Yes.
We
Seth
didn't
is dead.
realive Seth for sure.
Shark Boy?
Yeah.
No, he was killed.
Oh right.
He tried to kill himself in section.
He tried to jump into a toaster at some point. Yes.
He was depressed, yeah. I didn't see everything of Bernd.
Me neither.
Especially because he was on for so long.
Let's not get distracted by weird German children's programming, okay?
Yeah, probably not. But yeah, Seth is dead.
Yes,
Shark
Seth
Boy.
is dead, and you didn't bring him back.
Yeah. We didn't unalive.
Yeah, unalive, unkill, de-murder.
I have a really important question. What happened to the egg?
Oh, I also asked that. I asked that privately already.
Because you never figured out how the egg works. It's still an egg.
Melba, the egg that we found when we had your episode.
The Stormbird egg.
I totally forgot about it.
You never found out how the egg works, so it's still an egg.
Am I the only one who occasionally asked about the egg?
I think so.
And then yes, did remember the egg.
Yes, also
Sure.
did occasionally, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so the characters last disbanded from the house of your friendly neighborhood hacker friend. and went to buy phones. Because don't you guys have phones?
We do, but they suck.
I like the idea, Melva. But Faye already once I think told me how it works.
Oh no, it's codified in the source material that I took the birds from, how they hatch, and you just never figured it out.
Again, I'm playing stupid characters, not my job.
Yeah. But also,
We probably have to hit them with lightning.
Yep, that's exactly how that works.
Yeah.
I'm also playing
that's
characters
it.
who do not have lightning.
Just hit them with lightning and they hatch. That's the entire secret. You just never bothered.
Our immediate plan here is by phones.
Well,
If no one leaves, also that recap was not
The
finished.
recap was finished. We've caught up to today. We are standing on Illumhyr Prime? Illumhyr the old one? The ancient one?
Illumhyr.
Illumhyr.
Illumhyr 2 Electric Boogaloo. I'm very tempted to call the next campaign Illumhyr 3 Tokyo Drift, by the way.
Good.
So we all have to create fast characters.
Yeah.
Monk only.
Yeah.
Just an entire party of monks.
Speed one.
I'll let the universe survive. You don't get any say in that part. This universe has been through many an apocalypse in its history. It can survive one more.
If we kill ourselves in disastrous ways, this universe still survives.
Unless, of course, you decide to Bayonetta 3 it.
Oh,
Then
no, how about
again,
Bayonetta
that actually is just a redirect reference, because Bayonetta 3 just basically Crisis on Infinite Earthed its universe. So yeah. It's fun when you introduce a multiverse and then you get sick of it and just compress it into one.
Just takes a multiverse and don't.
And killing copious amount of flashes in the process. That's kind of a requirement. You have speedsters? No. No, you don't. I still want to know the logistics of how they got away with killing Flash in Crisis of Infinite on Infinite Earths, and still have speedsters after that, because that shouldn't be possible. Because the Flash creates the Speed Force canonically. Without the Flash, speedsters don't exist. But he's
I still
dead
haven't
after those
finished,
comics.
But there are infinite flashes in the Speed Force, and not all of them are Barry Allen from the Prime World. And so if Barry Allen from the Prime World dies, he's not the only Flash.
Oh, so you're theorizing that the other Flashes somehow still exist in the Speed Force despite the multiverse collapsing?
Yes, the Speed Force
I
is not
hate
the
these
multiverse.
comics.
It's all of
I also hate the show because at some point I was just here for how stupid can it be? How can it be?
Oh, Crisis on Infinite Earths has nothing to do with the show. It's a comic strip that was written in like the mid-90s, and it still fucks DC canon up to this day.
Crisis on Infinite Earth is also part of the show.
Yeah, it is.
You just have to watch 5 different shows or something
That
to
is
watch
true.
Crisis on Infinite Earth.
It is, in my opinion, though, the best crossover they ever made for TV. It's really good.
Yeah, but it also kind of annoys me that I have to watch 5 different shows.
You actually only have to watch the crossover episodes. You don't need to know the entire continuity of the other shows.
I know, kind of, but still annoys me.
But yeah. We are digressing so much. This is what happens if you don't play for 1.5 months.
Anyways, we wanted to buy phones. Let's go.
Yes. Buy phones. Okay. So you kind of just make your way to the shopping district that you came across on your way to. What's her name? What is the name that you came up with for my character?
Which character?
Seeks from Shadows,
Okay.
Shadow Seeker?
which is Shadow Seeker.
Yeah. No, Shadow Seeker was a very deliberate joke on Shira.
I will still never, like, every single time I even think about this game, I think about the fact that I sat there making fun of Shadow Seeker for her name for like 5 minutes. And then 10 minutes later I was like, I named that girl, didn't I?
Yeah. But again, like, the name Shadow Seeker specifically was also a really stupid reference to Shadow Weaver from Shira.
Yeah.
And I kind of
Yeah.
now feel like I have to somehow kill her dramatically in the final act.
But she has to tell us that she's proud of us first.
Yeah.
As if that somehow makes up for abusing us. But she has to abuse us first.
Yes, that is necessary.
But it's
Anyway,
not possible to abuse CL.
that is true. CL is the abuse.
Well, in that case, then what she can do is constantly reserve all of her love for CL to make the rest of us jealous.
Yes.
I'm loved.
Success! Okay.
CL is
So-
Adora, confirmed.
You make your way to the shopping district that you saw when you walked from the tower thing in the center of the city to Seeks from Shadows' apartment. I kind of feel like her chosen name before she got the title was Jill. I don't know.
No, it was Sylvie.
Oh, right. Right. But Jill also would have worked. I don't know. She feels like a
Jill,
to
wait,
me.
hold on. There was a Jill. No, was there a Jill? I don't know if it was
Sylvie.
Jill, but there was a person who worked at customs, but she didn't work at customs because she was a temp. I'm sorry.
You mean the fox lady?
The time.
You mean the fox lady is the grandma of my girlfriend?
Yes.
Of my former character's girlfriend?
No, your
Yeah.
girlfriend. You're canonically dating IRL.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Hey, good to know.
Willow Ann. Willow Ann.
Whenever
Willow and
anyone
Joanne's great
when-
grandmother.
whenever anyone asks you out on a date IRL, you're now obligated to answer, "No, I have a girlfriend. It's my friend's fictional character."
Sorry, I'm already in a relationship. She can present from the future.
Yeah.
But I can
that
date
was-
her if she comes up to me with 9 foxtails, right?
Yes.
I just love the fact that we went through customs and she was like, "You look weird. Do you come from the future?" And
Yeah.
then we were like, "Wait, huh? What?" And she's like, "Oh, I'm just flexing to like cover for a friend. I don't belong to I don't work for customs. They don't actually do anything for me. I'm just here for fun. I'm a researcher."
Yeah. Don't you recreationally work menial labor? If you're immortal goddess? I'd do that.
I don't think Willow Ann was immortal.
No, she is.
She is?
Yeah.
But Willow Ann is
love
not
the
Willow, right?
No, Willow
Okay.
Ann is Willow and Joanne's great grandmother.
Yeah, I just wanted to ask if she didn't split up at some point into being Willow and Joanne.
Willow and Joanne.
You wouldn't know. She never tried to go that direction. Maybe?
I don't
Pepper
ask
Ann.
my girlfriend questions.
No, that's obvious. You
Again,
don't
I'm playing.
do that.
Again, I'm playing stupid characters. That's not my obligation.
Yeah. Anyway, you arrive at the shopping district. It's like this this wide open street. No cars. This is a pedestrian area. And you have like all these hollow signs just fully decorating the entire street. Like, you walk around the corner, you lay your eyes on it, and you're like blinded by the 3D holographic signage.
Oh,
It's
they're
like-
not hollow.
It's like walking into a real life pop-up ad.
Sierra starts stumbling
There-
around because sense overload.
Yeah, but
They're signs made
But-
entirely out of hollow energy.
Yeah, but he still starts stumbling around because sensory overload.
yeah.
Hmm?
I think Sona spray paints a weird ER glyph symbol onto the back of her jacket.
Okay.
Emergency rescue?
Have you seen Edge Runners?
No.
Oh, no.
It's yeah, you should. It's good.
I know.
We never doubted it's good. I just often don't want to watch shows even if I know they're good. It's not wholesome.
It's
That's a
not
problem.
wholesome.
I like wholesome.
It's
I binged Bocce because it's wholesome. Bocce was good.
Let's go by phones.
Yeah, buy phones.
I will.
Yeah.
I
Ever says?
thought Eddie wanted to say something.
Yeah, I thought so too, but no worries. We want to go shop for
Yeah,
phones.
I
I want a simple. I don't know, gray one.
So you kind of go window shopping for a bit. You find like clothing and one of those $1 thingamabob shops where you can buy like things you don't really need, but they are really cheap.
Ooh.
Like a net of 2 times 2 times 4 cubes out of plastic, but it's $1. You don't know what you'd ever do with random cuboids, but they cheap. Are those stores real?
I want to buy the latest in the Quingantilliard phones.
Why?
Quingantilliard is a word for 10 to the 3003rd. They're also called Millillion. Yeah, that's better than
Very good.
Millillion.
So you kind of come across all kinds of random stores. Are those millennials? Millennials? And you do find what looks like an electronics retailer. It's like this multi-story building, very reminiscent of larger stores in Akihabara. Yeah. Well, technically you do have to find them first. It's kind of hard to navigate the store for some reason. It's very cramped, lot of gadgets, you don't really know what they do. But after a while of running around the store, you don't actually find anything that resembles the phones you used to.
I'm going to go to the clerk and be like, phones, please.
Hello.
I would like.
Hello.
What do you mean?
We mean that we need a way of communication.
But a phone? Like,
I show him my phone.
where did he get that? Did he confuse this for a... fuck, how's it called? Antique store?
No, we want a newer one.
Oh. Oh, are you tourists from the other place?
Yes.
That would make a lot of sense. No, hold on. I'll... Here. See these? And... the stock, like, they kind of put this small, vaguely boomerang-shaped, like, really small thing just on the table. Here, you fix one of these to the side of your head, and then that takes care of it.
Is that gonna work for me too?
Hmm?
Okay.
Are they safe? Like how
I'm going to
often-
trust the shopkeep and slam it into the side of my brain.
How often does one fry their brain with that? There's not much left and I don't want to fry it even more.
Never.
Cool.
I'm gonna just, as I pick it up and I'm gonna go, I have a misaligned core and I am a ticking time bomb of void energy, and then jam it into my head.
Member says inside check.
Okay, you want to roll one?
The layout changed. Does it? Did it?
It did.
Oh yeah, it did.
It's not working very well, it seems. Well done. It is also kind of missing the names of all your abilities. What the fuck
Yep.
happened?
Wizards of the Coast took them away.
Yep, sounds about right. Hold on, I'm gonna try to re-import NAs and see if they return when I do that. This wouldn't have happened with Pathfinder, yeah? You're right.
Isn't it fun to suddenly find out that you're working with probably the most popular system, but also the redheaded stepchild of D20 systems?
Yes. It's so good. I love when nothing works because Hasbro. It's my favorite part. Nope, the ability names are gone. You are not allowed to know how your attributes are called ever again. They are now illegal. What the fuck? Why? Where did they go? I'm gonna give you the default sheet and see if that works. Yep, they still exist on the default sheet. Gotta work with that one. Enjoy. Just reload your sheet. It should have the things on it again. What the fuck? Hasbro came and they took our insight. That's 19. You find out that yes, that is in fact what they do. At closer inspection of the free included perception check, you also figure out that they are in fact wearing one of those themselves.
Everything's free in the future. Past.
Oh, they don't cost anything.
Oh. I didn't remember that part. Do you still want a bad plush though?
If you want to give me one.
I give one.
Okay.
I'll also take one. And jam it into my head.
Hold on, I still need to register this sale. And they take out kind of a small... It looks like one of these small form factor fingerprint scanners. If you would just put your finger on this.
Which one? I have multiple ones.
Five holds up a hand and says, I do not have fingerprints.
This doesn't scan fingerprints.
What does it scan?
Stuff. Listen, I just work here.
I still don't know what finger. I still don't know what finger. What
Any
finger?
finger.
Okay. Do feet also work?
No.
Okay. I put my finger on it.
Very good.
How's about
My
a
ring
metaphorical finger?
It has to be a physical finger.
Do birds have wing fingers?
You do.
Okay, I've put my wing finger on it.
Wingus.
Fingers.
It's just a mispronounced ring finger, though. Anyway. It just
Five puts her
beeps.
middle finger on it.
Very good. Bayonetta style. There's 3 times, 1 time in each game, where Bayonetta hijacks a motorcycle. Each time, she uses a magic middle finger to do it. It just beeps very briefly, and they go, okay. Your transaction has been registered. You are, in fact, allowed to obtain one of these. Enjoy your new comm unit.
Can these play games?
If you want to.
I'm gonna download Discord.
Very good.
Does
Okay.
Discord still exist in the future?
Discord probably exists, yeah.
Ah.
And only Fantasy 14.
Yeah. Okay, so after...
Only Fantasy 14 is way better than the version than Only Fantasy 37, the one that we have on our world, because we forgot how to do games, and unfortunately also Mario W, the person who ran the Only Fantasy 14 team died when the end of the world happened.
Yeah.
And so it was a totally different team. We also didn't have Koji Wolf, or
Very good, very good. What would Yoshida's persona be? Cursed
Yoshida's. I mean, Yoshi-P is Lalafell supremacist, like 100%. Like he's literally quoted as saying Lalafell is justice.
Yeah.
He is a black mage Lalafell, 100%. End of story.
So his persona would just be Lalafell with the fox ears from the Fade and Stormblood.
Yeah.
He'd be a weasel. Oof. Okay. But no, they don't appear to be compatible with your own systems. I mean, if Stuffy was compatible with your own phones, you wouldn't have to get new communicator units. So, yeah.
I'm gonna share my phone number with the rest of them.
Yeah, you kind of with the unit, as soon as you like connect it to your head, the first thing that pops up is a loading screen, obviously. But the second screen that pops up is a manual. And it just kind of goes over basic functionality. It just goes over basic
user license.
Yeah.
Skip. Check. I agree to the terms. Click.
Yes, I do want to pledge my eternal soul. What?
Now we're all marked by Phi.
Yeah.
We all have tattoos now.
Okay, so you kind of set these up. You skim over the quick start user manual. It just goes over like how to generally navigate the thing. It appears to have like touch sensitive zones on the servers that function as buttons. It doesn't do any like fancy psychic link stuff. It's basically just it can read your motor function. But it can't read your thoughts or anything. And it's basically just a heads-up display that gets projected into one of your eyes.
Can I get it upgraded with a Surface Thought Reader?
Sure.
I would like that. I don't want to be touching the side of my head. I have hands for punching things, not for touching displays.
Why do we have pants?
Slash link show. But one of the things that it goes over is what the contact list is and how you add people. It's either done through a very long ID string or proximity, which is very useful because you can just add each other.
Does it link faster if you're closer?
Yes.
I'm going to
because
hug
then
5.
you can just look at the person.
I'm going to hug 5.
What?
Yeah.
I'm going to hug 5.
Okay.
In a classical CL fashion, misunderstanding what it meant by closer in the manual.
I'm going to hug CL back, and I'm going to be like, this is not unpleasant. It is a little sudden and
I'm going to hug
unexpected.
Aeneas.
I'm going to add CL and Aeneas to my list.
Never says Aeneas will defend himself if CL tries to hug.
Very good.
I already said I'm trying to hug, so...
Yeah. Well, defense is applied. I just imagine, like, Aeneas just holding CL by the head, and CL just walking into the hand. Arms outstretched for a hug.
I'm going to cling to the arm now.
Very good. But yeah, so basically it allows you to kind of pull up the essential equivalent of a game UI on people who use the same kind of firmware communicator, and then just quick select add to contact list. It has a lot of similarities in how it functions to what you used from Only Fantasy. In that if you want to add someone to your contact list, they get a prompt if they want to accept this. You ponder for a second if you want to accept CL's invitation, but you're too busy preventing him from clinging to your arm, in Aeneas' case, to reject. The Fantasy does work. But yeah, you kind of share your comlink units, and then also around the time you decide to leave the store, suddenly all at the same time get a friend request from Seeks from Shadows, which auto accepts just a second later.
I was going to send a message to Shadow Seeker and be like, consent is a thing, you know?
Wait, that's Shadow Seeker?
Yes. Well, there's that. You have the things now. With them equipped, you also find out that not only is there a lot of holographic projection in the street, there's also a lot of metadata that can only be seen with an AR display. So there's now even more shit covering your field of vision in this street. Because you now also get personalized advertisement from each store, not just general ads.
Wait, guys. Do I have to wear a business suit now?
Maybe.
If I have the professional earpiece.
Photosensitivity doesn't exist, does it?
Would I look good in a business suit?
Who knows?
Yes. Oh, yes! Business bird!
Bird.
Birdness. Aeneas says, I do think so, yes.
Yeah.
Is that the correct Aeneas voice?
No.
Can you do the... It's how you wear a business suit. What was Aeneas's accent? Because in my head, all I'm coming up with is the Russian.
He didn't have an accent.
He didn't have one.
He just got deep. He just got deep.
Oh, that's right.
It's how you wear business suits that's important. He says.
It's how you wear the business suit that's important.
It's how you wear the business suit that's important.
Like not on purpose. Okay.
I am Batman.
I am Aeneas.
But I'm the angry Batman from the Grimdark universe.
Where is she?
Where is she?
Like you saw the voice change and didn't disable it first. Okay.
And it got.
So when you
What's
disable
funny
it, you
is-
sound like I do, right? Sure. Okay.
Sure.
Perfect.
It would be funny if you get bumped into at some point and the voice changer switches mode and you just sound like a 12-year-old.
I am Aeneas Sharp.
Oni-chan.
Oni-chan.
You don't change personality, just voice.
I want regular voice, and I used to go like,
Oni-chan.
Oh god.
Oh,
We have fun.
yes.
We're kind of killing a lot of time though.
Anyways, Shadow Seeker, seeking Shadow.
Yeah.
Where do you want us to go right now?
Just knock yourselves out. It's been 20 minutes.
Don't say that to CL.
Yeah, that's not a good idea. I go to a bar.
What would bars look like in this place? That's a good scene piece.
I don't know. I was supposed to knock myself out.
Pick.
Five is
mean-
gonna follow.
If you find a sufficiently shady establishment, it could serve to get you some information on your target that you know very little about.
That's true. That's true. CL, you had a good idea.
That's me. Good idea, CL.
We always do what CL
I'm
says.
more of an ideas man. Oh, man.
Like if you park on a driveway and drive on a parkway.
Boy. Okay. So you could search for a bar if you want to.
CL just starts searching for a bar because he was told knock yourself out. And that's the first thing that he came up with. To drink alcohol until he's done.
If you just like walked away, then Five is gonna be like, "Hey, where are you going?"
I'm looking for a bar, knocking myself out.
That's actually a pretty solid idea. I'll come with.
Aeneas isn't sure how to navigate the situation and agrees to the bar. Okay. Better than nothing. Everyone follows the bird. That's a good thing. I'm colorful.
Five is gonna just like is going to. Oh, Five is gonna send a text message, and you said it doesn't have any ability to understand what I'm thinking, so she's like typing on the side of her head. And it just sends to Aeneas. We might be able to pick up information about. What's his face?
You don't know.
The person we know nothing about.
Yeah.
And what
Do we
seventh
know
season
anything
is
about the
connected.
person?
What we know is that seventh season is connected to a person on this side that is bankrolling their research and into their research and production of the machines that could potentially take over our entire plane. And we think it's a hostile takeover attempt from Illumhyr Prime trying to basically say, we deserve the material plane, give it to us.
Okay, just checking that you know what we're looking for.
Yeah.
I'm looking
course.
for alcohol. Which I was reminded of right now. Never forget the gay porn I watched where the director quietly told the button to lose the anime voice, and they could see a overwhelming disillusionment form in his eyes.
Ah, yes. That was a private chat for a reason. This is an 18+ stream for a reason.
Yeah, no worries. We can talk about porn.
Yeah, we can talk about Tumblr posts talking about porn.
Yeah, or porn directly. Did anyone watch anything good recently?
No. Anyway.
Did you see the picture last night? Was this the Brazzers?
Invoking the forbidden name. Oh man.
I felt it was pedantic and played.
Yeah, you don't actually know a lot about what's going on just yet. The whole situation.
So these AR ships of 7th season use AR to lay over the waking perspective to fully control the person's perception.
This is so weird.
What?
This is so weird.
What is weird?
This.
Want me to read it in a more deep voice? So these
Yes.
AR ships of 7th season
Even deep.
use... So these...
No!
So these AR ships of 7th season use AR to lay over the waking perspective to fully control the person's perception.
Oh. Great
Better?
guess.
Now do it like Uncle Iroh.
What the fuck?
I don't know. Iro is too specific. I don't know how to talk. I can't.
No.
Also, I don't.
These
I don't think
AR
she would have-
chips of 7th season use AR to lay over the walking perspective.
I
That's
just
how
thought
they
it's
voiced him in
probably.
English?
Huh?
That's how they voiced him in English?
So
yes,
he
I
had
was going
two-
to say that's probably part of the problem because I mostly saw it in German.
So he has two different voice actors in English, and the first one was really, really great, and the second one was significantly less good. But the first one died.
Well, that is
and so-
unfortunate for the role.
Yeah.
Right. The episode of vignettes where Uncle Iroh is going and doing things and is mostly silent, that was actually in memory of the voice actor who played him first.
Oh, very nice. That's cute. Yes, the sad one. I came
Yes.
here for funny martial arts, not for sad.
Yup.
Now that reminds me of my favorite, like, fan fiction tag on Archive of Our Own. This story is for people with niche interests like bird or sad.
I love that. I want that to be a canonized tag now.
By the way, that is my favorite second, like closely followed by M rating is so sex.
I also enjoy. I wrote this for me, but you can read it.
Yeah, that's very good. Also, the ultimate like duo of tags of the M rating is for one scene where it gets too much, but otherwise a toddler can read this. Edit, don't let toddlers read this.
Most toddlers can't read, so no worries.
There's some good tags out there. There's also... Does this count as vor? Oh god, I hope not. Anyway.
Does it count as well as if we're doing cocktails?
Yes.
I meant as cannibalism, but it works too.
I mean, yeah. So, you kind of start looking around in town, and you eventually run into what appears to be an entertainment place. They have like cinemas and theaters and casinos and stuff. And there's also the occasional restaurant to capitalize on the hungry population and the occasional bar. Dining with Papa Dragon. Oof.
I'm going to the bar that first jumps into my eyes. Not the closest one, but the flashiest one, basically.
The flashiest.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I mean, it could be the closest one, but flashiest one is a requirement.
Yeah. So, in that case, you kind of spend a bit more time aimlessly wandering around the district. Until you find a bar that has, like... It isn't, like, pompous or anything, but it sticks out in the street for how normal, how low-key it looks. It looks like an Irish pub where everything else in the street looks like a sensation.
Nice.
I've heard some tales of the city during my studies and my childhood, but experience it myself, I don't get the villainous vibe as I was warned of. He says.
I'm gonna go ahead and walk up to the bar and say Shlanta, and then order Guinness.
Nice.
What is Schlanta?
It's Irish.
Shlanta just means, it means like cheers, basically.
Yeah.
Okay. Hi, I want a cocktail.
Well,
Just give me whatever you want to give me.
okay. So, what does Aeneas order? This is still weird. I miss so much of what Malva is writing.
Surprise me.
Okay. So, you kind of settle down. Do you sit down at a table or just at the bar?
On one of those bar stools.
Okay.
Looking gloomy. Like one
Noir.
of those. No,
Suddenly-
like one of those drunk, upset people.
Suddenly, the entire scene turns black and white as you enter the noir dimension.
Everything
Hear
but the
your
yellow-
inner
but the yellows
monologue.
go rainbow.
And then there's CL, who just still looks normal.
He's too rainbow to become black and white.
Markiplier? Yes. You can hear the inner monologue out loud of everyone in the bar. It's honestly really loud.
I imagine it is just someone next to me saying that.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's too drunk to keep his inner monologue inside.
And then everything goes back to normal. And you are presented with a regular beer for 5.
I want an irregular beer.
Regular beer at Magic High School. The little known bar spin-off. Then CL is given a lovely cocktail that is like literally a rainbow
Nice.
in the glass.
Nice. Do we witness a shokugeki in this bar?
Not yet, but maybe later.
I challenge you to a food war. da, 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 da.
That's my favorite opening.
That show is so good.
I need to watch
It's
more.
ridiculous how good it is for like what it
can't
is.
sing.
Like it shouldn't. It has no right.
I
I'm
mostly
sorry.
read it.
It's so. I love that specific opening. I actually
Yeah.
looked up the actual music video of the song. The lead singer of that band is so cute. Holy shit! Like, not. Oh, he's so cute. He's actually cute. He's such a cute twinkie boy. I love it. Anyway, so Aeneas gets something that the barkeep thinks might fit his character. Just whiskey on the rocks.
That's a good choice for
Also-
somebody with
Not Ice Cube.
his build.
Not Ice Cube. An actual, like, cooled metal sphere. So it doesn't dilute the drink.
A whiskey stone.
Yeah.
What kind of metal is it?
You don't know. You've never seen it before.
Is the rock edible?
You're welcome to try, but don't count on it. Says the barkeep.
We picked the right establishment.
Thank you. If you need anything else, just let me know.
Can you prepare 5 more of these?
The cocktails, of course.
Yes. And Seattle holds up his, I guess,
but-
his wings up.
Before I do, I will let you know that I am obligated to take a small amount from you because you're tourists.
What is
Obligated?
small?
Yes, obligated.
What amount is small?
We are required by law to charge tourists for alcoholic beverages.
Is that
Yeah,
because
we have-
everything's free if you're a local? But
It's probably because unless tourists pay for it, they will trash the stuff afterwards if they drink too much alcohol.
it's a
Also, to beat Aeneas, finish your one first, won't you? And that's fair.
Yeah. Honestly, I don't care enough to figure out why. It's honestly a token amount. About 10 of your credits per drink.
okay.
Okay.
I think it has something to do with import taxes. I'm too tired to care.
Shouldn't you be really awake during that point of time? Isn't the bar open for quite a while for now? You know.
Not just generally tired, you know, the kind that doesn't go away if you sleep.
I have a deterrent. Do you want a bad plush?
That sounds nice.
Nice.
It's only a little bit cursed.
It's only a little bit, but very good. I was actually looking for a very cursed bet, but no.
I can also give you a pamphlet that's extra cursed.
I don't fucking remember. I don't remember the currency rate I made up like 3 months ago.
I'm pretty sure it was 1 gold because I have 11,000.
So who would we talk to if we wanted to find information about, businesses in the area
Well,
and business dealings?
I obviously can't compromise on my patrons, but if
Oh.
you spend enough time in the far corner of the place, you might listen in on an interesting conversation or two.
Where is the furthest corner of this place?
But the one furthest from the entrance, you can figure that out.
Shouldn't there be two furthest corners of the from the entrance?
Only if the entrance is
So-
in the center of the wall.
So, okay, we're
Sure.
trying to figure out a specific thing about a specific person having a specific dealing with a specific company on another plane, and we came to a random bar at a place that we just happened to land on an entire planet, and our plan is to just listen in on random passersby and hope for the best? I don't
Are you
think
saying
that's
that
gonna work.
Are you saying that out loud?
No. I just don't think this is... she's gonna say out loud, I don't think that that's going to get us specific information that we're looking for.
Oh, you're looking for something more.
Not just like general
Directed.
rumors. What we're
Oh.
yeah, a little directed. Specifically, we heard some news about somebody on this plane, probably near the capital, which is why we're here, having dealings with one of the larger companies, an entertainment company for no real, but from our plane, and such dealings are pretty uncommon, I should think. So I was
Well-
wondering if you have any patrons that you could direct us to ask some questions.
There's a couple that would fit that profile. Over
Are
here.
they cute?
No, couple in companies that would fit that profile. You'd be surprised. I assume that your politicians keep this out of the public eye, but larger firms from over here do have a hand in a lot of your industries.
Really?
Yes,
They are not too uncommon as far as I
agriculture,
know. The planes are in contact and trade exists.
Agriculture, transportation, consumer electronics, entertainment.
That's true. That makes sense, actually. I don't know why I assumed that would be rare.
But I think I have an idea what you might be looking for. Unfortunately, discussing that with the wrong people could get you in trouble.
Are you
I
the
never
wrong
get in
people?
trouble.
I'm just a humble barkeep.
You're a good barkeep. Doing tasty.
Oh yeah, while you were talking, he was actually like mixing the other 5 cocktails for CL. Just has been, after every question, putting one more on the counter.
Yeah, thanks during the questions. I was told to knock myself out.
You're taking things very literally then.
I just follow orders. I sure hope they aren't too alcoholic. They're definitely very rainbowy,
Yeah,
and I don't have my poison resist this time.
that is true. Yeah, how many did you drink so far?
I would say by now around 3 maybe.
Okay. Okay. So he just kind of ponders for a while and says, well, I'm honestly more worried about what will happen to you if I tell you.
Don't worry about that.
Don't worry about that. I have a voice in my head.
That's not uncommon. Lots of
See,
people.
I told y'all.
Lots of people have patrons of some sort or another.
I don't have a patron. I just
You
have a
sure
voice.
about that?
I don't pay anyone for anything. Wait,
You
that's
there.
wrong.
And he points at Aeneas. Records say you're some sort of doctor. What do you say?
You have records?
I have my ways. But like, this isn't, it doesn't, ring particularly psychotic to me, you know? I've seen my fair share of, witches and warlocks in my time.
Are they cool?
Most of them, yes.
Very.
Cool. I want to be a witch or warlock then too.
Your wish might have already been granted, buddy.
I would know.
No, you wouldn't. That's a you thing, though.
He says to me or to Agnes?
To you. I think I already have expertise. Oh well. Just says doctor. Also, I'm pulling your leg and you have immigration papers. They had to put something down to get you in. And you're saying
enough.
medical doctor.
Oh, does mine say accountant?
Does mine say
Oh.
nurse?
No.
But I'm
The bird one's down as dock worker.
saying accountant.
Well, I didn't fill this out.
I also worked at the dock before. And at the dock.
Well, if you have complaints, take it up with the registration bureau, not me.
Does mine say medical assistant?
Among other things.
Oh, what are the other things?
Bomb expert.
Well, this is weird. Most of this is redacted. I don't know how they did that. Is someone pulling a prank in the register?
It says medical worker, redacted, 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 and redacted.
Yes.
Also, this one time at band camp, she redacted.
Bandcamp? No! We met a space camp.
Space camp.
Actually,
We met on a train.
we've met before.
What?
Says the
Oh,
Bucky.
you don't know? You know how College Humor has this fake news show where they have to read from a teleprompter and they're not allowed to laugh no matter what they have to say?
Yes.
There's an episode
Yeah.
where the prompt is each time, actually, we've met before. And then they have to fill in how they met before. And one of them came up with Space Camp. And then they all went to Space Camp. And the best part is at the very end, Sam lost. Sam Wright. And
Yeah.
he had to tell the other people in the studio where he thinks they met before. And they got all of them wrong. He got Brennan
Nice.
wrong. He got Brennan wrong by 7 years. And Brennan just began
You'd
with. Brennan just began his answer with, obviously, when I became your employee is when I became a full human being.
That's hilarious. I feel like meeting Brennan Lee Mulligan would leave a bigger impact.
Yeah, it did it on Sam. Sam Reach? How does he pronounce his last name? I don't remember.
I think he pronounces it Reach.
It's Reich.
Because I think
so...
if you pronounced it that way, it would feel a little.
Yeah.
Because you're.
Yeah.
There's literally very few other uses for that word than historical in
English.
the US.
Yeah. in German, there's a couple.
Yeah.
Because it just means empire over here. Anyway.
It's also an adjective for being wealthy.
I think that's happenstance. I think it's just because we equate being the leader of one with being wealthy historically in our language. So
Maybe,
it would be
but
the same name,
at this point,
same word.
But at this point, it's an adjective for wealthy, even though
Yeah,
it might
it
have
is.
come from the same
It
part.
is. But like importantly in German, there's more than one. In fact, there's at least 3, but more. There's 3 ones that matter in history classes in school, and then there's the other 5,000 that we also use the name for. Anyway, yeah, meeting Brennan, you would think it would leave a bigger impression, but apparently not on his current boss. My favorite one, though, was... I keep forgetting her name. The blonde girl who keeps writing skids about her hating her life and everyone in the company hating her. She's actually Sam's cousin, and he didn't remember.
Wow. Wow.
It's so good. He is an asshole. Anyway,
I forget where I've
so
met
much.
most people as well.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
sure. But Space Camp is very great. So, you want to know about the movement. Then. Likely. Probably. Well, there's not a lot of things that are public knowledge about them, which is unusual. We just know that a lot of key figures around our world have joined them in the recent years, finding like-minded individuals in the agenda of annexing the original planet.
That sounds like what we were thinking.
Yeah. They are very much forced into hiding, though, because you need to understand that the most powerful of our leaders have actively facilitated the current state of the world and weren't restored along them. The ones that survived the apocalypse. So they actively oppose this group, which forces them to meet in secrecy. Without at least getting in a few levels, you will never find out where their hideout is, unless you're exceptional at shadowing.
So do you think
certain
like
individuals.
level 8, level 9 is about when we should be taking them on?
I wouldn't know. I'm not a member. If I were a member, I wouldn't be sharing this with you.
We're only level 5 now.
I would be feeding gratuitous amounts of my strongest alcohol, drag you to the back room and kill you.
Wait, that isn't your strongest alcohol?
No, it isn't. But it
I
does
don't
fit
think
your color
that-
scheme, so I thought it would be nice.
I like it.
Did you know that I can't get drunk?
Yeah.
Maybe they could put some electrons in your drinks.
That's true. That's true.
No, I actually wouldn't risk knocking you out. Antioxidants. Just rust. uh Well, that is about as much as I've heard. People usually
That was still
behave
very,
around
very
here.
helpful.
They get loud, then I smack them down a little, and then they overshare because they are drunk out of their minds. And we do get the occasional visits from some assheads that think joining a secret, like, I don't know, world domination cult, I guess, is the coolest thing.
Children.
But they usually just run meaningless errands. Keeping busy
So
while
where-
they get indoctrinated into that way of thinking until they actually do stop questioning.
So do we get me in there because I am good at running errands?
I was actually thinking the same, that we might try and... Let's all join a cult.
Hey!
Again?
More cults. The second cult.
More cults. The second, yeah, we're all actually
has
already members of a cult.
Seal doesn't know he has experience, but he does.
So that could be a really solid lead, a really solid way to move forward, and try and learn more. Aeneas, any thoughts?
We are very obviously outsiders.
Well,
I
yes.
thought-
That was...
I think he means we
think-
can't blend in if we are outsiders too obviously.
Well, I don't think it needs to be that obvious. No, you're right. Anyone can scan us and find out. We can talk to Shadows and see if Shadow Seeker, and see if she can do anything about our registry saying that we're not native.
I mean, we could be suicidal natives, non-natives. We are mostly gathering data on a company on our planet plane to stop how urgently we have to stop them. To stop how
That's
urgently we
true.
have to stop them?
Yeah.
To find
It
out how
works.
urgently we have to stop them.
Yeah.
Well, so we...
I don't think it's outside our capabilities trying to ruin a cult or other giant conspiracies.
I think So Five kind of thinks about that for a second and then says, I think our goal needs to be... I do think it's outsider. I don't think it's outsider. Well, I don't think we want to... I don't think we need to actually destroy the cult or tear apart the conspiracy, but I think they're related. And the reason why is because we know... The reason we're here is because 7th season is using resources and information from someone on this side, and I think, that given everything we know, it's this cult that is bankrolling 7th season to do the takeover attempt. So 7th season isn't the bottom of this well. The bottom of this well is a cult trying to destroy our plane through the shell company. 7th season, possibly among others.
That's very interesting to know. The barkeep's just been listening the entire time.
I'm not even drunk right now. What is wrong with me? She looks directly at the barkeep as she says that.
I do have that effect on people.
I bought so many drinks from you. Can you do me a favor?
You had like 5, but sure.
Can you stare into the eyes of the bed plush?
Oh, in fact, Constitution save.
I myself right now?
Yes, right now.
Okay. If I throw up or if I stay still awake?
Both.
Okay. Attributes, yeah.
Depending on by how much you fail.
Constitution save. Normal.
You pass out on the spot. You just on the floor.
Perfect. I did my job.
See how, guys? Could you stare into this bat plush? Balls. Slam.
There it is. I'm not gonna stand with this bed plush. Anyway, you were saying about that company in your plane?
I'm mostly just trying to convince my colleague here that I think this is the next step in our investigation.
Ah. Dory.
If this thing turns out to be much, much bigger and outside of our control, if it turns out that this is a matter of national security, I think it's our mission to gather information and inform people on our side of this threat.
I don't know, it's just funny
Right.
to have you read his lines.
That's
So-
fine. I said I would be his voice.
So I guess the next step is trying to figure out how we can join, right? And then we'll have to play the part. Once we're in, we'll have to pretend that we're totally into it and, do the, manifest destiny. We need breathing room thing for a little while. I did that on purpose.
That
Can I
has
do almost like-
about the same fun ring as
Can I do almost unconscious talk?
sure.
Like sleep talk? I want to raise my fist and say, yay, money.
Money.
Then slam down on the table again.
Yes, it works. Perfect.
Melva says, can I wake him up?
You can try. Do you have something? Or do you just want to punch him?
Give him a shove.
No. Okay, then you can't wake me up. Ciel is a good sleeper.
If you had like smelling salts, you could probably wake him up, or you could try slapping him into consciousness.
Technically, Ciel slept through the whole getting into a cult thing.
Maybe him just sleeping here will get him into the cult. Who knows? The universe works in mysterious ways. Med check? Nope. Like actually slap him.
Reduce my HP.
I don't think I will. Well,
can I pull the end of my rope dart and just jam it into CL's shoulder just hard enough to deal 1 hit point of damage?
roll a dexterity check. Just plain.
All right. Dex.
That was a private roll. What does it say? Why can't I see?
Whoops.
Why is it hidden from me? I'm the DM. What the fuck, Foundry? When did you add hidden player roles? What's happening?
Why would it do that? It was a dirty 20.
Okay, that's good enough. Yeah, you can. You kind of jab the dart into his shoulder, dealing exactly 1 point of damage to CL. And he jolts away from the pain.
And I lick his blood off of the end of the dart.
That's weird. I love it. Anyway, CL is awake again and bleeding.
Let me taste that too. I want to use training kiss.
I hand it over. It's your blood.
I want to use training kiss. I want to use training kiss to get my HP back.
The blood?
No, on 5.
Well, that's
only fair.
That's a save, right?
Wait, let me look it up. Yeah, Constitution save.
Well, roll a con save.
Oh, I would actually feel bad if I did that. 40-10.
So
plus 5 if you fail.
I'm gonna roll it.
No, don't. I won't do it. No worries. That was just that was Joku.
Why do you keep rolling the privates?
That would be 40. That would be 40-10 plus 5 damage.
It says
5.
Self roll. I see. I'm gonna do it again.
You don't have to do it because I'm not gonna do it.
That would actually fail.
Yeah.
Oh really? Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm glad you're not doing it.
I love it. Just gonna yeet those private rolls out of here.
Yeah.
I'm not opposed to subterfuge, so I have to admit it's not my strong suit. Wait, among us or among the cult?
Among us.
Among us.
That is me asking, not Ciel asking.
Among us.
Ciel would ask, who are we subterfuging? Because I didn't notice the communication.
I think we are. I think we will be.
I have trouble to pretend I'm sus.
I'm
Gregory.
not sus. He says I'm not sus. But I actually think you are sus a lot. So no worries.
I think if you turn to the barkeeper and say, I am not sus, you have to roll a deception.
Yes.
But I have no trouble opposing my father's ideologies.
What does your father have to do with it? Anyway.
My father is a cool dude.
That's a question for the other characters, not for me. I should know. I read the paper. I read the academic examination Melva wrote on his character.
It really was, though. Yeah. I got a brief. I got an amicus brief for it.
Yeah.
I think my father is a really cool dude, so I don't know about you, my father. Five house. What about your father?
My father is not so. My bio father is not someone I've ever met.
Sheesh.
My de facto father is probably standing right here.
True.
As awkward as that may be for
the
both
barkeep
of
is your
us.
father?
Sure, let's go with that.
Anyway. I need to go to the toilet. I think that's a good way to have a break.
Mhm.
If you wouldn't be opposed.
Wait.
Not opposed.
Anya says cringes.
Cringes.
Cringe.
Asterisk. Asterisk.
I like
Cringes.
I like
Asterisk.
you say that out loud. Just cringes.
One of my favorite scenes from Xenoblade 3 is one character just saying gasp out loud.
Gasp. Le gasp.
No, it's a girl. So she says gasp.
Gasp.
Gasps in Spanish.
El gaspo. I don't know if that means gasp. I don't speak Spanish.
That's what the kids of the day say, right?
Anyway, let's have a break so I can poop.
Yeah, do that.
We'll be back in a bit.
Okay.
Back in bed. I'm gonna take a bio break too.
We arrived.
Hello. Hello.
We are still playing.
We're
We're just also getting distracted, as usual.
As we do.
This table is my most distracted table, and I don't hate it because I'm also like the most friends with the people at this table. The most friends.
The most friends.
We are very
The
high up in the French.
friendest.
The French.
Friendest with the people.
The social link of ours is very good.
Yeah.
These
That's something
people
interesting.
have 51 friendship points, and the others only measure up to 48.
You are my friendest table.
Friends. You better keep it that way.
Or else.
My friend, my enemy.
But Xenos, why? Would it make you feel better if I had a good reason?
No.
No, it wouldn't. You're right.
I thought, in my opinion, Xenos was a welcome change from the series of weirdly relatable half-villains we had. He just wanted murder. It was very refreshing.
We've had this discussion before, but
Yeah.
like I just every time he appeared on the screen, now he's like the funniest meme to me.
Yeah.
But every time he appeared on the screen, there were only 2 times I was actually scared of him, and in both cases it was because of what he might do to people around me, not because of what he might do to me.
I mean, he can't do anything to you because you're the main character. You have full plot armor.
Yeah, but even like he just I don't know. He never felt like an enemy I needed to take all that seriously unless he was threatening my friends.
No, I think that's the most scary part of for me as a player of a tabletop RPG. If I'm in the player role, not the DM role, that's the only time I play a game where I fear for my character's life. Because none of you have to live for this story to exist.
Right. And D&D, yeah, D&D is absolutely a game where, like...
If you TPK, we just move on.
Well, if we TPK, we... So I always ask that my DMs, like, if you're gonna kill me, do it, but make it count. Like, that's all. Like, give me pathos, at least. But... video games, they don't kill the main character.
No, they can't. Oh, at the end, maybe.
Not for long. Yeah.
Maybe at the final end. Like,
but even at the final end, if your character dies in the credits, they can be revived in the next game if they want more money, right? Like,
oh yeah.
I mean,
I
mean, in Final Fantasy XII, they killed Vax, who was technically introduced as the main character if you started the game for the first time.
Yeah.
Very rarely do game creators pick a final death for the player character.
Right.
And if they pick one, they usually add like an out. Like, the name they had was only a title, and the title was passed on to a different character.
Right. Or like in Final Fantasy 12, that was the intro character to give you context, but it was really only like he wasn't intended to live. This stuff already happened. That person is already dead.
One
but
thing
you didn't know at that point.
13 does a lot is faking you out on who the actual main character is a lot. Like there's one main character to all 3 of the games, and it's not who you think unless you read the lore.
Well, so the main character in a video game to me is pretty much always the point of view character.
Yeah.
Not because, like, there are ensemble cast games like Final Fantasy VII, right? And you could totally argue that Aerith is the main character of Until She Dies.
Yeah, in 13,
but she's not. But she's not the main character. Cloud is the main character.
In 13, it's vanilla, but the game really acts like it's snow or lightning. But they aren't. They're just there. They got roped into this shit by vanilla.
But it's lightning. Like, that's like saying that the main character of the
No, it really is vanilla. It's not lightning.
No, I get what you're saying from the story's perspective, but from the storytelling perspective, it's lightning.
Yeah.
Right?
Though I think
the story of Journey to the West.
No, Vanilla's the one who gets the inner monologues read out loud. She is the POV character. The game just doesn't act like it.
But that's like saying that Dune is about the princess. It's not. She's just writing it down.
13
or like Skyrim, or like Heavensward is about Papa Fortemps. It's not. Forton, yeah.
Forton, yeah.
right?
All
We get
times.
his thoughts, but that's
Yeah.
not determining who's the main character.
Oh, also, don't forget that I've beaten Shadowbringer's main game and the first patch, so that's how far is fine to spoiler on stream, because we are still technically live
Oh.
right now.
Yeah.
The fact that he writes down our story is so integral to the plot. I love that it's not just a throwaway framing device.
Yeah.
It actually matters.
Guys who tells your story.
It actually matters because Raha reads the books.
Yep.
It's so good. It's so well executed. Anyway, where were we? Right. Getting into the cult. That's where we left
Yeah.
off before the raid.
Technically, we're at waking up.
So tell us how to join a cult.
Well, I can't really tell you how to join the cult directly. But I can point you at some of the ruffians that hang around here.
That would help. Yeah.
Do you know if I can get bad plushes on this planet?
Oh, I guarantee you can.
You can probably get some somewhere. Not anywhere near here, though.
Do you know someone who? No, you know what? I asked our little friend.
A little friend.
Yeah, they are probably as tall as me.
Well, if they are not busy ruining my furniture or breaking my tableware, they usually hang out in one of the shadier street corners behind, some of the casinos here.
Five turns to the others and goes, "Want to go prove we're tough by roughing up some ruffians?"
Oh no, an encounter I didn't plan for. Fuck.
Aren't my chest feathers proof enough that I'm tough? So we need to make ourselves attractive for the cult.
Five, brushes the metal dome that looks like hair.
Still makes him approach us.
I feel like it'll be faster if we approach them, but we should ask, Seeks from Shadows for help to make us not look instantly
Sus.
suspicious.
Sussy.
Also, I need more bad plushes before we meet a lot of people. Because some cult people are maybe really good vibes. They're just stupid.
We also
Which is
need a
something I
consistent
understand.
story. We need
We
to
also need a
prepare.
consistent story. We need to prepare.
Why is accent?
I don't
I'm his
know.
voice, not you.
Okay. Yeah, I concur with the doctor.
You can both be Anais's voice, and he constantly switches accents every 2 sentences.
No. I'm the voice.
Corey's very defendant of his role as Melva's voice actor.
Yes. I'm gonna send Shadowseeker the message that I need bad plushes more of them. Maybe a whole lot of them.
Okay, you get back.
I'm gonna.
Her writing style, her message style is very littered with custom emoji that you're sure she somehow hacked into the chat app because you can't find them anywhere.
It's Discord.
Yeah.
She just has Nitro.
No, she doesn't.
She didn't pay for
Okay,
it, but
but, but yeah, so it's like she always finishes everything with an emoji. But yeah, so she's like, why?
you get back an emoji that says "Yikes," but it looks like the Mike's Hard Lemonade. Yikes, hard lemonade.
We're thinking about joining the cult and find out stuff from inside. And I don't know, maybe some cult people are actually cool vibes. So maybe I give them some bad plushes.
Does it have
I'm
to
gonna
be a
send-
specific kind of bad plush?
It's the one I gave you.
I
They're
don't
usually
think-
pretty easy to spot. They usually have big factories and some weird parts.
Well, I don't
with
think we have
pamphlets,
any over
probably.
here.
Oh, I only have 2 left. I'm gonna make some count. Only the 2 vibes get new ones now.
Only the 2 people who survive.
Or that, I don't know.
If they survive, they are worthy.
Yeah, but the vibes have to fit.
I'm too obsessed with OSP Red's videos lately to not just realize the tropes I am using and just like, what if the bad plushes choose the person?
They don't. I choose a person. Subject 5 taps on the side of her head to send a message to Shadow Seeker. Hey, these phones have a pretty dumb UI. We need to look like locals so we can join a cult. Can you help?
That's not Melva's message.
Yeah, but
No, that's me.
five vote in chat, and I'm just a chat beater. I know how to put myself into the mindset, the entitlement, the disregard of our lives.
Paragraph.
That's fine. That's fine. Just imagine how you want to treat me.
Paragraph 257 of the Illumhyr Constitution says clearly that everything is fine. There is no war in Ba Sing Se.
Stepping away again for 5 seconds, but I can still hear you.
Are you going to dab something with a paper towel?
Obvious. But yeah, to get into the mindset to disregard lives, you just have to think about not liking to live.
Not liking
Wasn't
specific people to live. Anyway,
No.
so
Not necessarily.
Seeks replies, oh yeah, I can do something about that. Would you like cool psychic implants? Or alternatively, I also have a glove that makes the
Can you-
inputs a bit less awkward.
Can you turn off the ads?
No.
Psychic implant sounds really good, but the question is, are you gonna like fuck with them? Because I feel like you're gonna fuck with them.
NES
No.
says, send to Seeks. Are they dangerous? I don't know
No.
who's dangerous, but
It's hard to explain. They are one way, just read only, basically, and they can only read motor function. So basically, you think about what you want to type, and then it happens.
Okay. Yeah, I'll take
Very
it.
intuitive. It's also not really an implant, it's just something that I tag onto the comm unit.
how come
Wait.
you don't know how to remove the ads?
You would be surprised how well secured these ad servers are.
Why are
Yeah,
there
they're
ads
the
if
most-
nothing costs money?
Yeah, seriously. What is happening? Well, they have to make sure that you know about the services.
Yeah.
It's just like, do you have chronic back pain? Come
No,
and get your whole back replaced.
they don't cost money because money is not a valuable commodity. But information
What is a valuable commodity? Oh, everything costs information. So what if you're
So
a
if I know
baby?
nothing, I'm useless.
No, if you know nothing, you're worthless. Distinction.
Oh.
Solid distinction. So in the future, everybody's like, I will tell you my address for a back surgery.
No, it's not that mundane information.
I will tell you about the history of... I will tell you the contents of my history textbook from school.
I know you're not from here, so it's going to be very long-winded, but usually just existing is enough to get most things, but if you want to get something really special, you've got to earn it. These titles that you see peppered around in our culture, they don't come from just climbing the corporate ladder or getting into politics. People with a title usually guard information that is deemed valuable to the entire society. And they don't tell anyone about it.
Why would anyone work for a company?
What else are we gonna do?
Why do you have a title?
I'm sorry, what was that?
Why do you have a title?
Oh. Nah, because
'Cause-
I know stuff that I'm not supposed to.
Cool.
You were among the group that saved the world.
Oh, no, I actually just hacked into some laboratory server a while ago. I also helped with that, I think. Memory around that time is a bit fuzzy. No, you don't need a title.
What if I would like to have a title?
I
Like
also-
colorful, but
Like, I also doubt you know anything that would be valuable enough to those people.
oh, sorry that I didn't read that out loud. Because I think if we want to enter the cult, we cannot pretend to be like from here. We need to pretend to be against our own plane, right?
Really?
We are foreigners. There's no way around that.
Oh my god! We have... Aeneas, you and I have the best possible reason to want someone better to control our plane.
My reason is the same as before. I'm easy to tag along.
Well, yeah.
Yes.
You're here for the fun of it. But
So, while I enjoy chatting with y'all, it would be a lot more comfortable for my conscience if we could talk about this in my apartment and not over dubiously secured chat client.
okay. Yeah, we'll head your way.
You also have
So that we
the spinning sweat emoji.
Can I take the last cocktail with me?
You already drank
I only
all of
drank-
them.
I drank 5 out of 6.
No.
You drank me?
Ah,
I drank out of here, I said.
yeah,
No, you drank out of 6.
yeah.
Damn it. Who's 6?
Let me double check. Let me double check. I actually know.
Don't worry,
Also-
the barkeep is
Oh, don't-
interested.
Oh, don't worry. The barkeep is interested.
Oof.
In me? I'm not opposed. He gave good drinks.
I think 6 is dead. I think you drank me out of a corpse.
To be fair, it's probably easier to drink out of a corpse.
That is a quote if I've ever heard one. I think you drank me out of a corpse. Things only said playing tabletop RPGs. Man.
That's correct. They're disgusting. It depends on how long the character was dead, or the person, or the human, or whatever.
No,
It's been a bit.
I will not let you take my glassware out of the storm.
Understandable. 5, can you
Five.
stall for me?
5 opens a compartment in her chassis. She now realizes that it is the exact shape of a cleaning product container, like Windex, and has a spray nozzle on it, and she's like, God damn it.
Nice. You can spray it into me.
Well then, it was nice to meet you.
It was nice meeting you too.
Your drinks were nice.
But
That's about all I remember.
you were a nightmare.
Well then. Tank.
Thank you for offering us so much information. I hope our visit will be valuable to you.
Tank.
Why would it be? Will be helpful to you?
We gave them a ton of information for our drinks. In an information economy, we just like spilled fucking gold.
Was I knocked
Walked
out
in
for
and
that part,
started
or was I
blabbering.
drunk for that part?
You were part of it. So I would
I
say
was
drunk,
both.
yes.
But yeah. So you kind of leave the bar and return to
Bye bye.
el apartamento. That's apartment in not Spanish. Definitely not Spanish. Activate.
Activate.
Apartments. I'm gonna
Yeah.
I'm gonna put my feet on the furniture.
I haven't actually designed her at all. Like,
Really?
Wait, which one? I just want to ask which one I mean.
I keep forgoing what species I even assigned to her.
Let's make her a newt person. A
Scamander?
weasel.
Newt Scamander.
I think somewhere down here is one of my one of a character token of
L'appartement. Yes.
Faye.
Huh?
I think somewhere down here in the grey down right area is a character token of mine.
There is? Cool.
Oh,
Yeah, my screen always goes there when I move my character.
Nice. I love it. I can't delete it, it's off screen.
I try to pull up as much as possible. Okay, now it didn't move. Yeah, now it moved again.
Okay.
I just sit on the couch and don't move away from there.
Welcome home.
Thanks.
Tadaima.
I've always wanted to say that.
Want some alcohol?
Hey, that's mine.
Sprays a little alcohol.
What the fuck is this?
It's alcohol.
I can smell that. Why do you have it in a Windex container?
Because I didn't finish it and we left to get here.
Because I need a new chassis and I forgot to go and buy one. I
Oh,
really
right,
ought to
that
go
was
do
a
that.
thing.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. But yeah, so as I was saying, one thing you chat bubbles. Chubbles.
My home is where my heart is, and that heart is wandering in the city without me knowing if he's well.
It's so funny. When I see the chat bubbles, I have to think of like the FF14 mod discussion, where there's technically like 3 opinions of various kinds.
Question:
Ah,
Didn't Dude McDuder's husband come with us? Wasn't there a story plot that he wanted to come with us?
Oh yeah, there is people that came with you. They just
Yeah.
kind of left
Okay.
and do their own thing. Who came with you?
It was the dog and the dog.
Right. Husband and Aura. Husband on his own mission, which is not comforting. Yes. Anyway, I was saying there's like 3 opinions on the FF14 mod discussion. It's basically just mods should be banned. I should be able to mod my client however I want in chat bubbles, please.
Yeah, I think chat bubbles please is valid.
Chat bubbles please is a fine opinion. I also think it was so funny when they announced the new quality of life features. Everyone went like, "Thank you to all the modders who died for our sins." Damage type display.
Husband is on his own mission, which is not comforting.
Yeah, it isn't. Anyway, I was saying. So one thing that is like important is we have a lot of stuff in such sheer abundance that money doesn't really make sense over here. There is a system in place to make sure you don't just overexploit the free stuff system. But
So you have rations.
not really. It's more about not creating waste through unmetered consumption.
And yes, it's a foreign concept.
Say-
Hard to wrap my head around.
Say your communicator breaks, then you can get a new one. Or you lose it somewhere, haven't used it for a while, then you can get a new one. If you just want to upgrade to the latest model, you need to trade in your old one, so it can be properly recycled and just doesn't collect dust in some drawer. Because with the ability to infinitely create matter out of basically thin air, if we didn't do waste management, our planet would fill up with waste.
Yeah, but that is not actually different from a rationing system. You are allotted one mobile communicator, and you can replace it. You can have it replaced, and if you still have the old one, you must return it because it's your allotment.
For communicators, yes. But also, you can have more than one if you really need to.
So how do they prevent you from getting too much food and winding up throwing away food? Through rations, right? Even if they're plentiful rations, so that you won't, like, nobody will go hungry, nobody will be, having troubles where they feel like they're not getting enough, but it's still a ration.
Well, food's a different story. It's just culturally expected of you to eat the food you take then and there. We don't have grocery stores or anything. We don't do that thing you call staple foods. I have a material. I have a meta assembler over there that can just make whatever food I want. Why would I store things?
Right.
I can make as much as I want, but if I say were to, with only one person here, keep creating spaghetti for an hour every minute, then the system would eventually lock up. because it would assume that I'm just creating food and not eating it.
You can print pizza.
Yes, I can print pizza. Do you want a pizza?
I want a pizza.
But question, how do you observe mold if you don't store things?
What?
How do you observe mold if you don't store things?
It's a fine question. That's a very solid question. I'm interested in this now too.
Observe mold?
Yeah.
Yeah, for research reasons. Like you want to. Well, I suppose you grow the mold on purpose.
Yeah. Have you heard of petri dishes? Bacteria and fungi cultures still exist.
What if what you need is mold in its natural habitat?
Environment, yeah. Which is a fridge.
Then
I realized how unhinged that sounded as I was saying it.
I love that instead of creating a stand-in for this moral conundrum of what do civilizations do when they have infinite food and how would our current people react to it, I've actually created that situation. By basically coming up with a somewhat reasonable solution and exposing you three to it, and I got the question, what if you need a mold in your fridge? I don't know how to answer that, honestly, I have no idea.
Sorry.
Why did you need mold for aesthetic reasons? I mean,
I've heard of people before who were growing mold because they liked the looks of it.
I'm sure you could somehow manage it. I don't know. I'm not doing it. I'm not a professional mold grower.
Professional mold. You don't have any professionals in this world. Everyone is a hobbyist.
No, that's not correct.
No,
Those who have titles have specific information that only they have access to. They just said so. So they are professionals in specific areas. Is there a mold profession?
Maybe. Molds on cheese, my favorite title.
Molds on cheese.
Makes the mold.
Makes the mold, and then breaks the mold. Their lab partner.
They're rivaling brothers.
Do you know that we?
Moldy and cheesy.
In actuality, penicillin was discovered because of a messy lab.
Yeah, I know.
So
I think that's incredible.
I'm asking the correct question because I'm stupid enough to ask.
I love it.
Anyways, moving on, I guess.
Yeah, so that's kind of how things work. The only thing really valuable in abundance is new discoveries, new knowledge.
I actually think you understood the system better than I did. Thank you, Aeneas.
So that's why there's such an emphasis to the point of actually elevating your social class if you figure something groundbreaking out. See, for instance,
So everyone's research in class.
Not necessarily. I mean, some people have been simple entrepreneurs and somehow managed to reach something new.
And some people probably don't care about researching or titles in classes.
Yeah, some people just want to do what they love.
And some people just want to do their love.
Take for instance in the research field. Take their name's Praise on Stars. They discovered technology to harvest solar energy 100% and redirect it. It's actually something that we've been struggling to replicate in this lovely pocket dimension we're in, because as you might see, there's no sun. Oh, also, I've been meaning to ask if maybe you know this. What happened to the third one?
The third one?
The third sun.
I ate it.
I don't think I know that.
I didn't actually eat it.
No, none of you would know. That's for you. That's an entirely out of left field question.
I'm pretty sure that there was a certain red panda that blew it up by pressing a button that she shouldn't have.
It was gone by then.
Oh,
Yeah.
then I don't know. Oh no, she almost fired a laser at the sun.
At
Yeah.
one of the other two, yes.
Yeah.
You showed past it.
Well, the harvest station was positioned in the center of the 3 suns for maximum efficiency. What happened to the third one? It doesn't exist anymore.
Did you use it up?
No.
I mean, maybe it really has something to do with
My
Praise on
last
Stars,
memory
but
is just before our civilization got wiped out, and we had still had 3 of them by then.
Oh. Well, maybe
Now it's-
Praise on Stars had something to do with that. Maybe we ate it to produce the
Ate
the
it!
world.
Yum!
You know, it was consumed for the purposes of turning this plane large enough to contain the entire empire.
I don't know. I thought you would. It's been only 100 years. Don't you think a sun disappearing would be in your history books?
Don't
I mean,
you
it
think
didn't
I would be?
disappear on
I
Earth.
would not read history books.
Hold on, do we have that sun on our side?
No, you don't have to.
Oh, we only have 2. Well, so then, as far as our history books go back, which is 4,000 years, to the point of the destruction of yours, we only had 2 suns as well.
But we've always had 3.
Maybe it was before our civilization grew to the point of writing history ourselves.
Maybe.
Oh, right.
Disappeared in the gap.
In the Great Destructioning.
I didn't write history.
In the Ginunga gap. Maybe it disappeared in the Ginunga gap.
What's a Ginunga gap?
That's actually just a reference. It's I didn't say that in character. It was a joke. The Ginunga gap is the conceptual empty universe before Midgard was created. And also Bayonetta 3 stole it completely and turned it into the Bayonetta version of the Bifrost. You use it to
CL's
travel
like-
between parallel universes.
CL's like, I didn't write history. I only made it.
Not yet.
I also didn't make this history.
Not
I
yet.
just think and do my work. And I hear a voice in my head.
Anyway,
Did you know that I'm a figment of your imagination?
no.
Cool. Anyways,
I was wondering, maybe you knew, but apparently it must have disappeared between our civilizations. Yep,
so
full-
between your time and the dawn of ours, the sun disappeared.
A full star, just gone. We don't
Maybe
have
it's a magic.
any stars in this pocket plane. That thing in the sky is actually a fusion reactor.
Maybe someone stole
Artificial
it.
sun, you know?
Well, the
That's my character.
Found him! I still can't delete you. I can't delete you off the screen. I have no way of even selecting that token. Hold on. I have an idea. Maybe if I walk all of you to the top left,
My
you
screen.
fear. I'm so sorry. There's no other way. It's happening to mine too. This is the worst. It's not working. What if I delete all tokens and reinsert you?
oh yeah, insert me.
Is it gone? Is the fake CL gone?
He's multiplying.
You know what the best part is? Because I have full permissions to the stream account on your token, Kuri. That also happened on stream. I hope no one with photosensitivity is watching right now. That was a flashy mess. Holy shit.
Apparently, it's
Only
a good thing I
CL.
didn't go to his birthday and instead chose to be here.
Only CL.
Huh? What happened?
This character's existence causes glitches in the universe.
My brother is there and just wrote me that they have a politic talk and people are just really bad at understanding media.
Amazing. You know, that's why I don't go to family gatherings anymore. A large part of my family is old enough to just be racist.
I think that's a lot of people. Like, I have that same problem.
Yeah.
What's worse is that it's not always the obvious people. Like, sometimes you'll get, like, the occasional, like, you're a person who I know was, like, a bleeding heart liberal in the 60s. Where did that come from?
Yeah. So, it's like a weird thing with, like, the only thing I can at least, like, kind of get to the point I'm not fully mad at the person is victims of the second of World War II not particularly liking people of the nationality they got literally abducted by during the war. Like, But I have had only one person like that in my family, and she died 2 years ago. Everyone else is just overtly racist in her age group. It sucks.
I once caught my grandma saying the N-word in front of me.
Nice.
And it was in the context of the natural disaster happened, and they were to show where it happened and how the people there look. They showed a person there eating something, and she used the N-word to complain about them using their hands to eat something while she was eating, bread.
Yep.
with her
Okay,
hands.
that is absolutely racist.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, like, I don't condone racism of any form, but I cannot blame someone for being traumatized for life.
Right.
Yeah. Obviously
Yeah.
not.
There's. Yeah. Actually, we had the conversation at one point. My partner, who is Jewish, and I talking about what happens if America becomes too fashy. A, how do we figure out what that line is? And B, where do we go? And
I would say from experience, about 10% more is the line.
one of the conversations we had was about Germany, about literally fleeing the fascists and running to Germany, and how weird that feels.
Yes,
but also kind of like true anyway. like there are rules in modern Germany.
It appears like you have to go through fascism at least once to not have it anymore.
I mean, I wouldn't rest on your laurels, but like the fact that human dignity must be preserved is written into the Constitution is a fucking fabulous start.
But still, we have a lot of neo-Nazis.
We have a substantial amount of those, but it's significantly harder for them to cause any damage here than it is for them to cause any damage in America.
Right. There are obstacles, at least.
Yeah.
Like any.
Yes. Also, like, we have the Antifa, and we don't hate them for no reason.
Yeah.
There actually was an Antifa office, like, in walking distance from my old apartment, and it was fine. It was just there. You could go there and buy merchandise.
Because there is a historical context under which those are the good guys, you all.
Obviously, there's extremists too. There's extremists for everything.
Right.
There's modding, FF14 modding extremists.
I want to say that is more difficult, but also I don't know. I've seen how unhinged that community can be, so...
Not what I did, Melba. Not at all what I did, but okay. Anyway. Yeah. What to do?
So we want to infiltrate the cult, right? I can relate better to the wish of getting out of the plane and be takes original now. I don't know if it's a helpful feeling though.
Yes. Yeah, that is kind of a problem.
If this plane is restrictive and there aren't even dozens.
But I feel like just integrating would be the healthier solution versus trying to take over.
Only 2 planes would be in a better place. If only the 2 planes would be in a better place and didn't blame each other and stuff.
From my point of view, but that's an informed one because I was there when everything happened. We do owe people from your plane our existence in the first place. So
I
any
did.
animosity is out of greed.
I did this.
We should be grateful to even be around. We died thousands of years ago. But I also have to question, why are we still stuck here after 100 years?
What do you mean stuck?
We can't exactly go to your place easily.
There's no tourism?
No, we can visit, sure. But
I see.
they don't let us stay.
I don't
That
think that
is
people
odd.
like to be forced to be grateful for years. Exactly. The cultural differences are significant. Also, our government sucks. You're saying that about your
Yeah.
old character.
I mean,
No, I feel like I need to clarify my earlier statement from the random aside. What I meant was there is extreme beliefs in every subculture. It's not limited to political spectrum. And one thing that you get a lot in the American propaganda almost against the anti-fascist movement is that they are all leftist extremists, which is a statement that pretends that right-wing extremism doesn't exist.
yeah.
And that's the problem. And it's not a question on if extremists believe exists. It's how much of the portion of the subculture is radicalized. And that problem is much more pronounced on the conservative right-wing spectrum of things. There's far more unhinged, violent people there than on the other side of the spectrum.
CI punches the teddy bear on the couch.
Yeah.
Because unhinged and violent.
Anyway, now that is clarified for posterity, because this is still getting recorded, and I don't want someone to quote me out of context on this.
Yeah.
So
That is totally fair.
yeah. Yeah, let me get back into character for a second. That bothered me. Yeah. So yeah, it's really weird.
Just because Nikolai was a hero and is now a politician doesn't mean he's good at it. Adjacient managed to play as a political gamble.
Yep, that is very true. That's why his things are still shit. You're just one guy.
I would never be upset with my old character.
No, I also wouldn't be upset with Nikolai, but he's fighting very much almost alone on this issue.
Denise is doing her best.
Jessica helps. Sometimes. When she's not distracted. She has ADHD.
Denise is trying to take care of a cult. Said she didn't stop.
Okay, does she have ADHD or do you have ADHD and just don't understand how to play in neurotypical?
I feel like that question is a distinction without a difference.
Yes.
I'm not blaming. Like, that might sound like an accusatory statement, but
it didn't.
70% of my
I was praying-
characters use they them pronouns for a reason.
Yeah.
It's really hard for me to write binary coded characters.
I just do whatever.
It's just hard for me to like. I have all of the same problems, no matter whether I'm pretending to be someone else or not. So all of my characters have ADHD.
Yeah, it just happens. You can't expect someone to magically roleplay their stuff away.
Yeah.
Wait, this is not therapy?
No. Yes? Maybe. This
I would
could
say
count
yes.
as- I think this counts as therapy, yeah. It's just
D&D,
not...
D&D is very D&D is very therapeutic. Let's
yeah,
put it that
it's-
way.
It's not therapy in the sense that we have a professional guide helping us work through our issues. But playing a role-playing game and being able to explore facets of yourself in isolation is definitely, like, very good for working through shit. There's a reason why roleplay is a common thing used in group therapy.
Add into bed.
And like pair therapy too. It just doesn't work really well in single, like one-on-one therapy sessions, because it's kind of weird to roleplay with your therapist. I dig it, but anyway, but yeah, so that's kind of oil to the fire, I guess. It's just the mutual hostility that exists. I didn't know what to expect, really, but apparently, well, sometimes the politics side of things doesn't agree with the hero's actions. It's not like your entire civilization tried to bring us back. It was a small group of people who did it.
I wasn't even alive.
So naturally there would be people who didn't like the move very much. And I think that just fostered mutual hostility between our planets.
The first thing we did was come down from the trees, which was largely regarded as a bad move.
Yeah.
I mean, technically, Denise is helping.
Wait, was it come out of the water in?
Because
Trees,
if people do not like the move we did, making her like the character who did the move is probably good. If we dug up mounds of evidence to prove this cult's actions and plans, our government would go mental. I don't want to provoke a war.
No, you don't want to provoke a war, because you'd lose.
Let's find out. God.
Absolutely. We almost died on our first encounter.
For invasive radicalists, that cult is surprisingly reasonable.
That's why the people in charge are so afraid.
But yeah, your government won't do anything about this. And well, our government is busy dealing with the fallout from hundreds of years of war and then suddenly being resurrected thousands of years later.
What?
Oh, you probably also don't know that, yeah.
Hundreds of years of war.
Five consults her internal memory banks and goes, the Empire was at war with virtually every other plane before its destruction. 4,000 years ago.
That is correct.
I thought you were better.
Even turns out there's not really such a thing as a utopian society that has people in it.
Why did this war end with your destruction?
We don't know. That end of the war
One
is
thing's for sure.
suspiciously missing.
Why didn't you get conquered?
Well, it's possible that that was their downfall.
Denise doesn't chime in at all?
No,
Okay. Just checking.
she's just vibing.
That's cool. That's okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna join in.
You just okay, so just CL suddenly from 1 second to the other seems like he tuned in to like every radio station ever and is just oozing vibes, like lowercase fancy font spaced out vibes. Like an unsettling amount of vibes.
I have all the vibes.
Eldritch
I'm the
vibe.
vibest. I'm the vibest of all.
Yes. Okay. Anyway, I don't know if he didn't get conquered, but I don't think conquering us was exactly on the agenda. No, we weren't.
So your plane was the aggressor?
Answering the question before it's read out.
It's okay.
The weird continuity of this stream.
The stream just has delay.
Sure.
I have to play both the vibe and the I'm serious card.
This might actually be better.
My vibe is gone.
Ooh, music change.
So this conundrum makes it hard to see a goal to work towards.
Kind of. But yeah,
But isn't
so
it-
what I've
isn't it
heard,
go-
the people in our government are busy planning on what happens if the gods come back. Now they'll be back.
Isn't the goal technically to make all people live in peace and happiness?
That would be great. We'd love to move out of the plane jail. But it's also a hard decision. Your government is blocking most discussions about this. Our government is afraid that if we return to the material plane, we'll put all of you in danger.
So, why is it not tenable to... I mean, this plane is now the size of the material plane. It is functionally identical to the material plane. Every person that was in this plane, in the material plane before 4,000 years ago, is alive and well in this, on every planet, not just this one. So where is the boundary you're chafing against?
Oh no, that's not what happened. We actually are the only planet that got restored.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Sosie's sad. Sosie's not here, but Sosie is sad.
So we have no political affiliation here. There are no correct choices to be made, except for stopping that card, correct?
Oh, that's not for lack of. That is for conservation of energy. None of the other planets outside of our system were
destruction.
No, none of the planets outside of our solar system were even like
backed up,
civilized.
I mean, what about Shipyard?
Shipyard was the thing in our world.
Yeah, we had colonies.
Yeah. But Shipyard was a planet that had civilization on it that was destroyed when.
Wasn't Shipyard just
that's why
left? Wasn't Shipyard just leftovers of the old ships that landed there for other stuff, and then used by our civilization?
The planet has a different name anyway. No, we had outposts, yeah, but those people got relocated here.
I see.
It's a bit cramped. We about have double the person count at the moment.
So what if we could find a way to combine this plane and some other uninhabited planes?
Like what?
Like adjacent planes. I don't know. Planes like the elemental plane of fucks to give.
My favorite plane. The elemental plane of fucks.
Like that's the thing, is there are an infinite number of planes. There are elemental planes of everything you can imagine, right? Like there's an elemental plane of peanuts. So pick things that we don't.
Also, in
that
elemental plane, there's also infinite pockets of the material plane. You're just inhabiting one of them.
Right. So pick another pocket and stick your hands in it.
Yeah.
Yes, takes a sentence pocket.
But that wouldn't solve the threat to your people right at this moment, because the people who are threatening you want your pocket.
Yeah, exactly. So what we have to do is stop these people because they've got the wrong target. The right target is someplace no one lives.
We could also just make this plane inhabitable if we cared to enough. But we need to separate it from yours.
Oh, so they're like climate change deniers. They're like those folks who are like, we're gonna survive climate change by going to the stars instead of fixing this almost perfectly habitable planet we already live on.
Okay, first of all, this is an in-universe note. What's a climate change? Secondly, climate change is not a thing in my idealized universe. I didn't want to deal with it.
Also, it would be great for us to all call it coexistent.
Actually,
but I don't see that happening.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. I finished the sentence.
Actually, I think climate change probably was a thing before the ancient civilization peaked. But it's not been a thing for so long that people probably forgot about it because they can just terraform their own planet. Why would they care?
Right. They have a managed climate. Managed planetary climate.
Exactly.
I personally wouldn't want to have to be stuck with a copy of a functioning world that we would have to create ourselves. I get why people want to return to the original plane.
Also, to get back to the other idea, we could fix this plane. Yes, but it's a pocket. Imagine, like, there is a bag. And when you make a pocket plane, you take a rubber band and you section off part of that bag. When this offshoot plane was created, your plane got smaller by exactly this amount of space. That is why the plane wasn't fully recreated, because it would have just destroyed yours.
But
So
there
the pocket
is
could burst if you fill it too much.
but there is an infinite amount of space.
No. The material plane is infinite, yes, but the pockets in it
Right.
aren't.
That's fine, but we
There's-
can always create more pockets because there is infinite space to make pockets out of. So you can expand into other pockets or make your pocket bigger. There is more space to be
The
had.
best solution would be to move this planet into just a natural pocket that's about the same size and then do with it what we want.
Right.
But that takes time. That kind of... You're talking about moving an entire world into a different dimension.
Can't
I've
we just all take the
read
bird
the
and move it
research
somewhere
papers from your academia. You can barely move people into another plane.
Right. Well, what if you don't move the plane into another plane, move the planet into another plane, but take this plane and make it have all of the properties of a natural plane?
I don't know if that's possible. That's outside of my area of expertise.
It has to be. If we can make a plane and there are natural planes, there has to be a way. Five says this with all the confidence of a 17-year-old. There has to be a way to figure out the mechanics of the plane and make it function exactly like a natural one.
if we have so many problems with planar magic? How did we manage to recreate your world? You shouldn't be able to do this, right?
Oh, you didn't. This pocket was here in our time. We just repurposed it.
It was the void plane, right? Or the hollow plane?
No. It was
It
just
was
a
Historia.
random... No, also no. It was just a random pocket plane.
I thought we
Yeah, we used
You-
Historia
I thought-
for this. The first
yeah,
thing.
we used Historia to put to recreate. Historia existed in our world until the rollback happened. So academia was using Historia to do a ton of its research.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that normal people would know about Historia,
No, it
and
was kept
that
fully
it was
secret.
gone.
Unless you were
Really?
actively going to academia, you wouldn't know about it, and everyone going there
Oh.
was forbidden to speak to mundane people about the secret
Oh, never
treasure
mind.
trove plane.
Never mind.
They wouldn't give up their secret to power. No way in hell. In any of the hells, there's several. Pick one. Which hell would you
I
like
choose
to
the
visit
Shadow
today?
Dark.
That's fair. We also have
I want-
Christian hell. That's a fun place. But it's this universe's version of Christian hell, so it just has a bunch of hot demons in it that just vibe and throw parties. It's not actually a
Nice.
plane of punishment. Because, and we discussed this earlier, because in Christianity, Jesus was sacrificed as the scapegoat for all human sins, past and future. Which means no one goes to hell, because no one can commit a sin that is not already forgiven.
Oh.
Depends on fandom.
Oh. That is a hell of a loophole.
Yep.
Parts of the fandom don't agree.
Parts of the
So
fandom don't
when-
agree, yeah. Once
Yeah.
one rules an entire country, albeit very small.
So when wait, no. I forgot what I was about to say. Five has ADHD too.
So does her player. But yeah, So
This song is a fucking banger.
I know. I got this song with a bunch of other songs for a whole $20. Humble bundles are wild, yo.
It is called "I Never Gonna Give You Up."
Yes. Sure. It's not the title, but sure. But yeah. Your priority and my priority by proxy, because I have friends in your plane and I like them.
Us.
No, not yet. You're on your way
Not
there.
yet.
But I've
You have
known
a bad blush.
I've known you for 2 days.
You have a bad blush.
I'm not. You can't buy my friendship, not even with bad plushes.
No, but it means you like bad blush, and that means you're my friend.
Yeah, I met the bat.
See?
Anyway. 5 and Aeneas are just going to gloss over this statement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Our priority, your priority, my priority, should be on making sure you don't get murdered by some stupid assholes. But you need a plan on how to do that.
We need to stop that cult, full stop. Correct?
Yes. If you don't, eventually they'll either, I don't know, mind control your people, or if that doesn't work, probably just throw a bomb at you.
What if they mind break us with a children's card game?
They could also try children's card games, it's effective. You would have been surprised how many of the fights in the God War we won by children's card game.
Stop. Why?
I mean, it helps when you have one person whose secret superpower is wins at games.
Yeah. That is actually her title.
Wins at games?
It stopped
Does
working
she turn into...
It stopped working when her opponents started asking for her name before agreeing to the challenge.
Does she sometimes randomly turn into a person from an ancient culture that doesn't exist in our time, in our universe?
Sora and Shiro.
Yeah. The siblings.
Melba was asking
No Game, No
the
Life.
siblings in No Game No Life.
Also,
Sora
they
and Shiro.
aren't siblings.
Oh.
They are not related, and she was never
Yeah.
adopted. They just met.
But they are kind of siblings.
They are just bonded like siblings, but they are
Yeah.
neither biologically nor like legally related. Which is a weird story beat.
I just plain off short. Let's move on. Okay.
I was talking about Yu-Gi-Oh, but that's fine.
Yeah.
Me too.
Me too.
I've never actually seen No Game No Life, but yes, let's move on.
I was talking about Yu-Gi-Oh! With Bitch, to be honest.
Yes. That's the children's card game joke.
Yeah.
That's where it's from, Little Kuribo.
That's also where the mind break comes from.
Yeah. No, Mind Crush is actually canon. Mind
Okay.
Crush is canon. The Shadow Realm isn't. The Shadow Realm is not canon in Yu-Gi-Oh! It doesn't
was
exist. 4Kids made it up wholesale. In the original Japanese version of the show, people just fucking die.
So let's go ahead and do the thing. Let's so the plan is to enter the cult, to get in from the inside, to figure out how to take it apart.
That could work, but you need to get in.
Okay,
Right,
so
and
how about we
getting in
get drunk with
requires-
the cult people and then get...
So getting in requires that we it would be hard for us to make them think that we are otherworlders that want to, or do we track down the leaders and remove them?
Wait,
I mean,
that
that would
or
be
do we
easier
track down
to.
the leaders and remove them?
That would be easier, I think, if we had access to anything. Like if we could get close to them, close enough to find out where they'll be.
But at the moment, we don't even know who the leaders are.
Right.
Yeah.
So the tracking down part is what we're doing first. And the tracking down part, I think the easiest path is to join. And to join, what I was wondering is if you, Shadows, could adjust our profiles so that we appear to be from this plane.
No one has access to your profiles except for very select people.
So we just gotta act like we hate our plane, which is also not hard.
The problem, if you try to pass us from this plane, you can very easily do that. You mostly look like us. You just need to maybe change your sense of fashion a bit.
And I need to change my chassis.
Yeah. The thing is, except for you, 5, as soon as you run into someone who is more than like the regular amount of adapted magic, you are shit out of luck.
Why is that?
Because your auras are different. It's the easiest way to explain it.
I personally would like to play the part of an anti-government foreigner instead of trying to pass.
Okay. All right. We can do that. We can basically say that we can say the truth even. It won't be a deception if I say on that hellish planet they killed me and forced me into this body. And you, Doctor, could say that they stole your research and used it for evil.
I can say that the voice in my head told me to do it.
That also works. I feel like we're probably actually good to go as is.
I'm just afraid that our past may exactly make us suspicious. They control 7th season now. I have no past with 7th season.
That's true.
Except those 2 times where we broke in with you.
Well, you gotta get in somewhere. I think the easiest way is to convince some of those low-level punks to think you're cool and introduce you to their bosses.
Yeah.
My job!
I do think that for the most part we can just say we have our reasons for wanting someone else in control. And if we give them, and even if we get to the point where we run into trouble, we can basically say, the reason why your clinic exists is because that world is bad for people in general. It doesn't have any sympathy. And in this one, food is free and medicine is free, and that's a kind of a big deal.
Yeah, that is.
There is no need for a back alley clinic on this planet.
Wait, so I don't have to tell them that I hear voices in my head? I can say that I work every day my ass off just to make friends meet?
Oh no, this is the backstory for us.
They did steal my research. They did revoke my license for whatever reason. I have to treat many people who are down on that up.
You had a license?
Exactly.
What?
No, that's your host
operative.
asking.
Yeah, license to practice medicine.
Your host asked, you had a license?
Yeah. And 5 responds. Yeah, a license to practice
but
medicine.
Melba didn't understand, so I repeated.
Yeah.
I see. I had a driver's license once.
I did.
They revoked it after the incident.
Wait, do you mean 5
The
or do you
incident.
mean Soci?
5. I mean, Soci has had multiple licenses, multiple driver's licenses. Some of them are revoked, not all.
Well, you're still a certified surgeon, just not a licensed one. True.
I never
I
had
mean,
that.
I could unrevoke your license, but I don't think that would be the best idea.
Not right now, maybe.
CL is a certified freak, 8 days a week.
Why 8?
Because isn't that how the song goes, or is it 7 days a week?
I don't know the song.
Oh,
I lived well. You don't know how 5.
No. I don't.
I want to jump up the building to get to them faster. But I also won't abandon the people who need me.
You can not abandon the people who need you with a license. Just saying. Anyway.
Let's focus on how to get in there.
Yeah, so you need to remember one thing that's very important. This cult works, well, like all cults do, by running a bunch of fronts, looking for marks, and then pulling them in. So, and they work on different levels. They recruit from every layer of our society. The one that you're targeting are the punks, the kids that just want to stir up trouble, rebelling against the system. So talking big about the other plane isn't going to necessarily get you in good with them. They just want to live fast and break stuff.
well, I can do live fast and break stuff.
Yeah, I can get alongside that.
Yeah, the ones you need to... the ones you need to convince of your hatred of your home are the people... one, maybe 2 steps above them in their gang's ladder. The people who are really, really pulling the strings. These gangs get used to strategically vandalize and, well, targets. Let's put it that way. If some store gets too friendly with tourists, they might find that in the next round of windows getting smashed or graffiti getting sprayed on their door, their store is on the list. It's never just one target, though. Never too obvious.
That's why the barkeep was so nervous.
You talk to a barkeep? Oh, probably.
He gave us really good drinks. Or me, I don't know how good the others were. Wait, he also accepted my bad plus, that means he's my friend.
Is that how it works? Okay. But yeah, it's up to you. You can try a different level, a different strategy too, if you can come up with one.
Do we have to vandalize stuff to get in touch with the punks? I honestly don't know.
Well, yeah.
Well,
It depends. Some of them might be impressed if you just managed to beat them up real good.
I think that's a really good, a really solid plan.
That's more my style. I could also go in bed with them.
Okay, I heard I could also go in bed with them?
Yes?
In bed?
Into the bed.
I
Bedroom?
would reserve that for trying to get in with, say, a politician, not with the punks.
I can see my way up. Anyways, the others apparently don't like this
doubt
style.
that.
I mean, it's a plan for sure. You could seduce your way into the cult, I guess.
When you put it like that, I kind of want to make the target politician a dragon, just to fully fuck up anyone who has ever read a D&D meme.
I mean, Denise did that stuff occasionally.
Sarah's not a bard though, not yet.
Denise also was not a bard.
You can always take levels in other classes.
And again, Denise was not a bard, but yet again, she did some questionable stuff with some people.
Well, what do you want to do? Try the beating up some punks in a back alleyway, or try the sleeping up the political ladder way?
Can we try we beat up the stuff first and then the punks? If the punks don't like us beating up the stuff, then we beat up the punks? But if we don't have to fight, that's also cool. Back alley are my preferred terrain. Wait. Back alley are my preferred terrain.
LA.
LA?
No.
Back alley?
LA is a different word. Alley.
Alley.
Ole! Yeah. Well, your move. You gotta decide as a party where to go.
Okay, if you want to avoid battle, I can support that. I want to.
You have like three things on the table: vandalize some stuff, beat up some punks, or bone a politician.
Where can we get graffiti spray cans?
Alright, so I'm not going to volunteer you to bone a politician, so you're going to have to speak up if that's what you want. If it's not what you want,
I said it is
then
an option. We can also use it later if nothing else.
true. But, you know, it's, as it stands, I would vote,
Anya says we request, right? I have a request. He has a request.
please keep the request. Please save me.
But also, I want to know where can I get graffiti spray? A request for Shadow Seeker.
Oh, yes.
Can you find Nathaniel? I just want to know if he's safe. Especially if there are people running around who hate tourists.
Sure. I can have a look.
Is his phone better than ours?
No.
Thank you.
This phone isn't that better than yours. He didn't buy one of the cool ones yet. Buy.
Well, bye.
Obtain.
But yeah, if we use the graffiti correctly, maybe we don't have to beat up.
Alright, let's go that route then.
Nope, Nathaniel is okay. He's currently somewhere in the tower. Huh, well,
Yeah, if that doesn't work, it's time for violence. That's okay.
Violence. Unfettered violence. Yay!
It's time for beating people up after we've made some graffiti.
Well,
I want to draw a giant bat.
giant bat. Very good.
Thank you. Doesn't comfort me, but I trust he knows what he does.
I would hope so.
Where's Aura?
Oh, of course. She's window shopping in the body mod section of the
Damn, I should have
shopping
joined her.
district. Oh, well, body shopping, window shopping or performing surgery. The signal is a bit fuzzy. I don't know.
Can you get more wings in this plane?
Yes.
Oh, maybe I don't need to pay her.
They are not free.
That doesn't matter. But maybe I don't have to pay as much credits if
I
I'm
don't
smart enough.
know if they take credits.
Yeah, that's what I mean. For Aura, I would need to pay credits for her to get me more wings. But if I'm smart enough, I can get more wings here. Because here I need information. I just don't know what information would be useful that I can give.
Well, okay. Do you have a concrete plan of what you want to do, or nah?
Yes, graffiti and then build up.
I mean, what to do with the graffiti? Like, buy cans and then spray some random wall?
Buy cans and then spray some random wall in an area where we were told the punks could be. With maybe some slightly against our plane things under it, like written under it. For example, this plane sucks. I mean, this plane is cooler than the other plane.
Yeah. Material plane sucks. Just yeah, we just like literally we spray paint the Illumhyr Prime rule.
Illumhyr Pride.
Well,
Illumhyr Pride.
I will keep watch that. Okay. You know what? I think this would go better if I did take 2 weeks to figure out where this goes, instead of trying to improvise random thugs and stuff.
Yeah.
So I guess we're gonna end the session here, and then
Oh,
be back in 2 weeks with the actual plan.
Good night, stream.
well, now we have a plan, so that
Yeah.
works.
I have something I can work with. But I'm just figuring like, this is a point where it's probably better if I actually prepare something instead of winging it.
Over every BB white, I will draw a bat.
Very good.
So far, in none of our slogans is a B, but that's okay.
B. What if I draw a bee?
That wouldn't be a bat.
Bye bye. Anyway, it is time to say goodnight, stream.
Good night, stream.
Thank you for watching. Thank you for being people that exist. I don't know.
Bye.
Good
We'll
night.
see you hopefully in 2 weeks and not in 1.5 months. Oh boy.
Yeah, that would be good.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.